Game number 2 of this doubleheader between the Lopes and the Wolverines about to be underway as the Lopes look to continue riding that momentum after an 11-0 Game 1 victory with Ryan Denhart picking up her 6th win of the year. She moves to 6-5. Again, Cheyenne, the Lopes offense erupting for 11 runs on 7 hits after being shut out on Sunday. 4 RBIs for Lily Bishop. 2-run home run for her to go along with those 4 RBIs. Kaylee Dietrich with a 2-run home run of her own, as well as 2 RBIs for Savannah Torville. A 6-run second inning, which was followed by a 3-run third inning. As the Lopes, again, 11 runs in the first 3 innings against Utah Valley, pitching 3 relievers out of the pen, as Brooke Carter picked up her first loss. And it will be Tabitha Dyer on the mound for the Lopes here in Game 2 as we take a look at the starting lineup for Utah Valley. Looks almost identical to Game 1. Beja Query catching, leading things off. In left field, Lena Rebeledo made that great catch in left field. She's batting second. Sienna Sandoval at third base bats third. Ryan Malikin, designated hitter, batting fourth. Kyla Hardy at second base bats fifth. Peyton Pridgey at first base hitting sixth. Lainey Betancourt in right field bats seventh. Madison Carr in center field bats eighth. And rounding out the order is Dania Albritton. She's at shortstop with Devin Kretz on the mound. And again, Tabitha Dyer on the mound for the Lopes, looking for her first win of the year, 0-1 thus far, with an ERA over 7. Well, it looks like Beja Query is ready. Tabitha Dyer is just about ready for the Lopes. Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Lopes and the Wolverines. First pitch is a strike, and we are underway here in Phoenix. Dyer takes a little something off that pitch. The count now moves to 1-1. Beja hitless in Game 1 and 3 at bats. Started off Game 1 against Ryan Denhart by popping up to Jordan Pearson on the right side of the infield before Ryan Denhart picked up 2 punch-outs for an easy 1-2-3 inning. Again, 3 shutout innings for number 23. Sydney Saar coming on in relief for the final 2 innings of shutout softball en route to that shutout victory. Query getting ahead in a hitter's count here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now in the driver's seat up 3-1. Dyer just looking to pound the strike zone early on in this game, as the Lopes look to clinch a series win in their first Western Athletic Conference series of the 2021 season. That one sliced foul down the right field line, and that'll run the count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to start Game 2 here between Tabitha Dyer and Beja Query. Query hitting .373 coming into this at-bat, has 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Hit that 4th home run of the year against Utah over the week. That was Tuesday night. It's the sign from Dietrich. Here's the payoff pitch from the Lopes left-hander. Chopped foul. So a disciplined at-bat here for Beja Query to start this Game 2.
Well, yeah, if you're Dyer, you're trying to continue where Sahar and Denhart left off with that amazing performance in Game 1. And then Query trying to get something going here for her team early, and won't do it there as she hits that one straight to Bishop at first.
Lily Bishop did not have to move an inch on that one. 1 up and 1 down here in the first. And Cheyenne, let's take a look at the keys to the game presented by Sanderson Ford on just how the Lopes are going to be able to clinch a series win here tonight.
Well, number 1, keep them hot. As we said, Lopes had that amazing 11-run game, ending it in 5. And so just keeping those bats hot, getting those hits when they can, make them pay. We saw the Lopes get those walks aboard and then had some home runs, had some great timely hitting there. So using those walks against the Wolverines and then take the day. Game number 2, Lopes looking to at least take the series here against the Wolverines in this second game of the doubleheader. So Lopes have a little bit of work to do here. They already had a great Game 1 and looking to continue that performance here in Game number 2.
Tabitha Dyer off to a good start here against Rebeledo. Made a great play in Game 1 down the left field line that was with runners on first and second and one out. In foul ground, covering a lot of ground, making the diving grab. The Lopes would move runners up to second and third. Both runners tagging on that play as the count now moves to 1-2. Dyer unable to get Reboledo to chase there. That set up a 2-run single off the bat of Savannah Torville, making it an 8-0 game in that second inning. And 2 runs in the first for the Lopes, 6 in the second, 3 in the third. As that one is ripped in the hole past the diving glove of Aguilar and into left field for a 1-out base hit. So Reboledo, hitless in game 1, picks up a hit here in game 2, and that'll bring up Sandoval. Lena was hitting .382 coming into that at bat. That number will jump. She's driven in 21 runs. She's scored 18 runs, looking to make it 19 right here. Sienna Sandoval hitting .297, looking to break even at 300. 4 home runs, 16 runs batted in. First pitch to Utah Valley's third baseman. Hits the corner, count quickly. No balls and 1 strike. Bob Garcia was the third base umpire in game 1, behind the dish, calling balls and strikes here in game 2. Perry Owens, who's at first, moves over to third as that one's drilled deep in the air. Right field, off the wall. Throw comes into second base. It's a long single here for Sandoval as Reboledo moves from first to third. And just like that, Utah Valley in business here against Dyer. Runners on the corners and 1 out.
Yeah, this is completely different from what we saw from the Wolverines in game number 1. They only had 2 hits in the entire game, and within the top part of the first, already 2 hits and a runner on third.
That one did not have the height off the bat of Sandoval. Again, came in that at bat with 4 home runs on the season. A long single as Ryan Milliken now digs in, the junior right-handed bat. Base hit away from giving the Wolverines their first lead of the day. Pitch misses up. Went hitless in game 1, average just under 400 at 396. In the middle third of this order for Utah Valley with a ton of power. 4 home runs for Milliken, 12 RBIs. That one hits the corner. Count moves to 1-1. Like you mentioned, just 2 hits in that game 1. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, both against Ryan Denhart. That one's chopped slowly on the right side and foul. Count now moves to 1-2. Dyer would love a punch out here with runners on the corners, less than 2 outs. Only has 4 strikeouts thus far this season to go alongside 5 walks. And like we mentioned, trying to get that ERA down, 7.74 coming into this game. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside, count now leveled at 2-2. A little bit of a different look for the Lopes. Jaden Reed out there in right field in game 2 for Coach Pearson. Two-two pitch, ripped in the air, fairly deep center field. That'll get in at least 1. Fifield covering a lot of ground, hauls it in. That throw gets away from the cutoff man, and that's going to allow the runner to advance to second. So Sandoval taking advantage there of an errant throw from Kristen Fifield. Sack fly for Milliken. She picks up an RBI, now has 13 on the season. And the Wolverines have their first lead of the day, their first run of the day. Up 1-0 here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Hardy now, the freshman right-handed bat with a runner in scoring position. First pitch, clips the corner, count 0-1 here for Dyer, trying to get ahead of these hitters early on in this first inning, trying to limit the damage. Hardy hitting .304. He's already driven in 14 runs. Swings through that pitch. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, you got 3 quality innings out of Ryan Denhart in game 1. Got the hook early after the Lopes put up 11 in the first 3 innings offensively. Save her arm for later on in this series, potentially here in Game 2 if Tabitha Dyer gets into trouble, as that pitch clips the outside corner. Called strike 3, and that'll do it. Not before Utah Valley scores 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1 runner in scoring position at the end of a half inning of play. It's Utah Valley 1, and your GCU Lopes coming to bat here in the first.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
First against Tabitha Dyer, giving Utah Valley the 1-0 lead. Devin Kretz out on the circle for Utah Valley. Has a 3.30 ERA to start. 5 wins, 6 losses. Go along with 28 earned runs, 18 walks, 50 strikeouts. And that leads this Utah Valley squad from a pitching staff standpoint. She will now deal with Gianna Nicoletti, first pitch strike. Nicoletti picking up that RBI single in the third. That made the game 9-0 at the time. Came around to score the Lopes' 10th run. Be Nicoletti, Dyer, and Bishop here in the first. That pitch clips the corner, count quickly 0-2. Kretz trying to even up her record at 6-6. Has herself an early first inning lead after the sac fly. Slap the other way, foul. Count remains 0-2. One just misses low, doesn't get Nicoletti to bite there as the count now moves to 1-2. Again, Al Britton, just like in Game 1, playing deep in the hole at short here for Nicoletti, looking to slap one the other way. Trying to eliminate that hole on the left side. Misses up once again. Count now leveled at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slap the other way. Going to get out of play as the count. As it looks like Gianna Nicoletti may have stepped out of the batter's box there on that swing, resulting in out number 1 as she gets called out by Bob Garcia behind home plate. So 1 up and 1 down here for Kretz, and that'll bring up the Lopes starter in this one, Tabitha Dyer, back in the 2-hole here in Game 2. Got things going in Game 1 with that 11-pitch walk against Brooke Carter. Came around to score on the 2-run shot off the bat of Lily Bishop. Really got things going for the Lopes in that first inning. As that one hits the top part of the strike zone. Count now leveled at 1-1.
Dyer walked her first time in game number 1, and then, of course, Bishop coming in and getting that home run, giving the Lopes the 2-0 lead at the time.
Kretz trying to paint the corner there, just a tad bit outside to level up the count at 2-2 as the Lopes look for their first base runner here in Game 2. Cut on and missed. Dyer swings through that one. 2 outs and nobody on for Lily Bishop. Just a little bit late on that pitch as Kretz was able to nab the corner there. Kind of an emergency hack there for Tabitha Dyer. She heads back to the dugout. Lily Bishop will now look to add to her stat total. Again, 4 RBIs in game 1. That pitch paints the corner count quickly 0-1 as Kretz comes right after these Lopes hitters in the first. And those 51 strikeouts now, leading Utah Valley staff. The 5 wins leading them as well. That one just off the plate. Count now leveled at 1-1. Mentioned the home run in the first. 2 runs, single in the second with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ripping one right back to where it came from in center field to drive into. Reached down an E5 that scored a run in her third at bat in the third inning, making this an 11-0 game. Evan Kretz trying to do something that no Utah Valley pitcher has been able to do today. As that one is fouled off. Count remains 1-2, trying to retire the Lopes in order. Lopes did go down in order in the bottom half of that 4th inning. Again, after 3 colossal innings, putting up 3 crooked numbers. Lily Bishop is trying to give them a 2-out base runner. 1-2 pitch from Kretz. Just misses low and away. Count now leveled at 2-2. So with Kretz looking for the 1-2-3 inning, the Lopes top third of the order not making it easy. Good at bat for Gianna Nicoletti. Disciplined at bat for Tabitha Dyer before going down on strikes. Now a 2-2 pitch to Bishop. Chopped the other way. Going to be a tough play past the glove of Harding into right field. And the Lopes have themselves a 2-out base runner. So Kretz looking to cruise along in this first inning after her team puts her up by 1. The Lopes will put the tying run at first base, and that'll bring up Kristen Fifield. Hitless in game 1. Average still well over 300 coming into this at bat. Swings at the first pitch, lines it foul down the left field line. A loud strike number 1, count 0-1. Just a bit outside there as the count now moves to a ball and a strike. Mentioned Fifield with those 16 RBIs, second in this lineup. Behind Angeli Aguilar-Bocage. So that one's fouled straight back. Fifield just getting underneath that pitch. The count now moves to 1-2. Again, 1 run in the top of the first. Sac fly off the bat of Milliken, the first baseman for these Utah Valley Wolverines. Chop to third, 1 hop across the diamond. 5-3 put out for out number 3 as Sandoval makes the play. The end of 1 inning of play here in game 2. It's Utah Valley 1, GCU nothing. You're watching GCU softball here in Phoenix.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
We move to inning number 2. It's a 1-0 lead for Utah Valley after the sac fly in the first against Tabitha Dyer. 6, 7, 8, Prigge, Bettencourt, and Carr for the Wolverines. Again, looking to erase that Game 1 defeat. Only picking up 2 hits offensively, giving up those 11 runs in the first 3 innings. It's a different story for them last week in a 4-game sweep over the Montana Grizz. Been a different scenario over the past 4 days. for these Wolverines. Those 2 losses in Utah, 1 loss here in game 1. As that pitch clips the corner, count quickly 0-1. Prigge hitless in 3 at-bats in game 1. Tabitha Dyer trying to paint the corner there, just misses outside as the count levels at 1-1. And those 2 hits in the first inning, matching 2 hits through 5 innings of play for Utah Valley in game 1 against both Ryan Denhart and Sydney Sahar. That one ripped up the middle. Aguilar picks it on a fly, and there's 1 away. Nice play by the Lopes shortstop to retire Prigge.
Yeah, great effort there by Bokosh, just diving and getting her glove underneath her just in time to get out number 1.
That'll bring up Betancourt, the left-handed hitting freshman for these Wolverines. Pitch does paint the corner there as the count quickly 0-1. Betancourt hitless in game 1, hitting well under 200 at just a .158 to start her 2021 campaign. Just those 3 hits and 19 ABs. Fouls that one straight back, and she's quickly behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes here against the Lopes southpaw. Tabitha taking a little something off that one. But Perry Owens at third base says that Betancourt does not go around after the quick throw over to first base by Kaylee Dietrich. With the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes, Betancourt just trying to battle up there against Tabitha Dyer. Coach May Johnson talking things over with the home plate umpire Bob Garcia. And Kaylee Dietrich with the quick snap throw over to first base, assuming that Betancourt went around. And now the umpiring crew will get together to discuss. So this would put a runner on first base with 1 out for Utah Valley if they do overturn this call. Again, Betancourt checking her swing on that 0-2 pitch. She went around, pitch in the dirt. Kaylee Dietrich either has to make the tag on Betancourt or throw down to first base to retire Betancourt for the second out. And just assume that she went around quickly there, making the quick judgment throw to first base. And now we await a verdict here as Garcia, Parker, and Owens discuss in front of the circle. Could change the complexion of this inning as we take another look. Definitely stayed in the box as that one was definitely a check swing. Did not cross the plane there. Did Betancourt. Didn't really look close from that angle on the third base side. But again, that would put a runner on first base with 1 out here with Carr digging in. And if this does go the way that Coach May Johnson wants it to go, we'll see what they go with here. It looks like Bob Garcia is going to explain to Coach May Johnson what exactly is going on here. So the count looks like it will remain 1-2 on Betancourt with 1 out and nobody on. Bob Garcia giving his explanation. A lengthy discussion with Coach May Johnson. It seems like she's got an answer that she's satisfied with, so the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Betancourt trying to get on here for the first base runner in this top half of the second against Dyer. Had 1 run on 2 hits back in the first. So she'll get the sign from Dietrich. Kicks, winds, and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Slapped right to Savannah Torville at third. 2 up and 2 down. So Dyer looking to bounce back after that first inning. Only getting out of the jam with 1 run allowed. That'll bring up Carr now with 2 outs and nobody on. So after all that, Betancourt lining one right to the Lopes third baseman. There at the hot corner.
Yeah, saw one of those grabs by Torville in game number 1. Again, just hit right to her.
That one clips the corner again. Tabitha Dyer doing a nice job painting those corners early on in this game in the first inning and 2/3. Carr picked up that bunt single in the 3rd inning against Ryan Denhart, the second and final hit for Utah Valley in game 1. Slashes that one foul. She's quickly behind the count 0-2. So Dyer looking to turn momentum here in this second inning as her offense will come to the plate. Middle third of the order for the Lopes. Trying to at very least tie up this score at 1 apiece. As the 0-2 pitch misses outside, doesn't get Carr to bite there as the count now moves to 1-2. Tries to come up and in there, misses. Count now moves to 2-2. She misses her spot there. See what she comes back with on this 2-2 offering. And Carr just hitting .254 on the season. Coming into game 2. Slaps that one the other way. Aguilar has it, throws on to Bishop for the 6-3 putout. 1-2-3 top of the second for Tabitha Dyer. Let's go to the bottom half of the inning. Still a 1-0 lead for the Wolverines. Lopes looking to tie it up.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss. Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Bottom half of the second inning, middle third of the order for the Lopes. Again, not many changes in that starting lineup for Coach Ann Pearson. Again, that starting lineup presented by Talking Stick Resort. You see there Nicoletti, Dyer, and Bishop at the top with Fifield, Torville, and Aguilar Bocage in the middle. Holland, Dietrich, and Pearson rounding out the order, 7, 8, and 9. Of course, Jaden Reed out there in right field with Tabitha Dyer on the circle, batting in the number 2 hole. First pitch to the Lopes third baseman, misses low and inside. Savannah with those 2 RBIs in game 1, adding to her RBI total on the season. Came into the day with just 12 runs batted in, now has 14 on the season. Quickly ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Kretz making quick work of the Lopes in the first inning after a 2-out base hit from Bishop. That'd be left stranded after they retired Fifield for the final out. That one lofted in the air, right field. Coming on is Betancourt. She makes the play, 1 up and 1 down. So Kretz falls behind 2-0, comes right after Torville there. Gets her to sky one in the air to right field for the first out. That'll bring up Aguilar Bocage as Angeli looks to add to her hit total. Had that nice play in game 1 defensively as that pitch paints the outside corner. Count 0-1 on Bocage. Chops that one foul. As Bob Garcia, quick to throw his hands up there, signaling a foul ball. Count now quickly 0-2 on the Lope shortstop. And a very impressive freshman campaign thus far for Angeli, looking to get into the hit column for the first time today. That one on the outside corner. Angeli does not go around.
And for the first time today, we see the sun popping out through the clouds. So now what was once a ball hit to the middle. So base hit there for Bokosh, getting her first hit of the day. But now the sun playing a factor in this game here, Jack.
And you start to see the shadows creep over on the left side of that infield into the circle, as well as over the plate here. Going to be a tough time for these hitters. We're still in the early stages of this ball game. First pitch to Holland. Paints the corner, count 0-1. Kaylee drew a couple of key walks in game one, coming around to score on the 2-run home run by Dietrich in that second inning after drawing out a 1-out walk. Fell behind 0-2 in her next at-bat and was able to work her way back in the count, working a 6-pitch walk. Now behind in the count 0-2 here to Kretz, looking to bounce back after the base hit from Aguilar. Misses on the outside corner. Count now moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Holland still looking for her first hit. Would love to get it here to put a runner in scoring position with her team still trailing by 1 after the outburst in game 1. Now one skied on the right side and foul. Count remains 1-2. And Kretz trying to be the stopper here after her team has lost 3 straight. Popped in the air, won't leave the infield as that play is going to be made out there. Tough play by Utah Valley's second baseman. There's 2 away. Again, battling that Phoenix sun out there as they retire Holland for the first out, or the second out, as that'll bring up Kaylee Dietrich. Swings at the first pitch, in on the hands. Easy put out there for Kretz as she retires the order here in the second. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1 runner stranded. Let's go to the third here in the heart of the Valley of the Sun. Utah Valley 1, GCU nothing.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Top of inning number 3, GCU fans. Again, if you haven't already, it's time to download the Lope Nation app where you can watch Grand Canyon University home sporting events directly from your app by receiving personalized news and score updates for your favorite Lopes teams. And you can follow the Lopes closer than ever before with schedules, scores, and stories by searching GCU Athletics in your phone's app store or download the GCU Athletics app now at gculopes.com/app. 2 innings of 1-run ball for Tabitha Dyer in this one as Coach Ann Pearson makes the call to the bullpen. J.C. Hambrick trying to limit the damage here. Again, 1 run on 2 hits all in the first inning for Utah Valley. Tabitha Dyer bouncing back nicely in that second inning, retiring Utah Valley in order. It'll be 9-1-2. Al Britton, Query, and Rebeledo trying to add to their lead after getting shut out in game 1. Hambrick comes into this one, 4 wins, 4 losses on the season. Mentioned picked up that win here last weekend in the GCU Invitational. 5-4 win for the Lopes last Saturday to improve to 4-4 on the season. As at 4.43 ERA. Only 2 complete games on the season as a starter for the Lopes freshman. 1 WAC pitcher of the week in week number 2, dating back in February. Quickly falls behind 2-0 here on Albritton. Did not get an at-bat in game 1 after being pinched hit for in that second inning. That one paints the corner. Count now 2-1. 41 punch-outs for number 19 this season. It's been her specialty to go along with those 30 walks handed out thus far. Only 39 earned runs. That pitch misses up. She falls behind 3-1 here on the leadoff man for Utah Valley. Trying to get a leadoff base runner. Albritton with a ton of speed over there as well. Trying to avoid putting her on to start this inning. A pitch paints the corner. Count now 3-2. That one just painting the outside corner there for J.C. Hambrick.
I mean, just so far in the early start of this game, Jack, it definitely seems to be a completely different thing so far from game number 1.
Albritton gets on to lead off the inning. Like I mentioned, a ton of speed over there at first base. The shortstop for Utah Valley. Looking to get into scoring position. Query, already 0 for 1 in this game, lined out to Lily Bishop over there at first base. After working herself into a good count against Tabitha Dyer to start this game. That pitch misses up and away. Count 1-0. J.C. Hambrick looking to get the ball down in the zone here to Query. Missed up on all 4 of those balls. Handed out to Albritton for the walk. As that one clips the corner. Count now 1-1. And she went 5 1/3 in that start to pick up her 4th win, only allowing 1 earned run. She did allow 3 overall. As that pitch paints the corner again. Count 1-2. Took a little something off that. We'll see if the Lopes... Nope, they're not going to be able to double up anybody as that one gets through the hole into right field. Moving from first to third is Albritton, moving into scoring position as well as Query on the throw. And just like that, Utah Valley is in business. Runners on second and third with nobody out. So it looked like a potential 4-6-3 double play opportunity. Gets through the hole, gets away from Pearson for the E4. And moving up to second there is Query after the throw, comes into third base. And just like that, Utah Valley, you've been mentioning all day long here in Game 2, Cheyenne. A completely different story with Utah Valley looking to rewrite the script, trying to erase that 11-0 loss in Game 1. Trying to bounce back, have a potential rubber match tomorrow in Game 3 of this series. That's still a long ways to go before that could happen. Rebeledo, 1 for 1 in this game. Singled and scored that only run thus far against Tabitha Dyer in that first inning.
Yeah, as definitely, Jack, you mentioned, still a whole lot of softball to play, and it is only a 1-run game, but no outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Utah Valley definitely using that 11-0 loss to motivate them here, and Lopes just trying to look to get out of this jam without that much trouble coming across here.
Corners will play in here. As the first pitch misses in, count 1-0 on Rebeledo. Mentioned the top third of this order, very dangerous for Utah Valley. Rebeledo hitting .379. Rips that one on one hop to Aguilar. Throw comes home. Back to third from Dietrich. Not in time. It's going to be an infield base hit for Rebeledo as Aguilar decides to come home with it. Not too much of a lead over there at third base by Albritton. Wasn't stranding too far off the bag, but enough for the Lopes to take a chance. They miss. Bases loaded. Nobody out. As Albritton, again, back in head first in front of the tag there from Torville. So it's Albritton on third, Query on second, Rebeledo on first. Sia Sandoval trying to give Utah Valley a big lead. That one drops right in front of Torville. Would have been a huge out in this inning for the Lopes. That one falls perfectly on the left side of the line for strike one. Count 0-1. Sandoval singled, moving the runners into scoring position, first and second base with one out in that inning. That pitch misses up. Count now moves to 1-1. And the infield playing about halfway here. They'll come home on a ground ball. That one drops in there for a strike. Handbrake up in the count 1-2. Took a little something off that pitch there against Sandoval. Again, 16 RBIs on the season already. Looking for a pair right here. Outfield playing about straight away for Utah Valley's third baseman. Just trying to find some grass out there in the outfield. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside. Count now 2-2. Again, nowhere to put Sandoval here with all ducks on the pond. J.C. Handbrake looking for the punch out here for a big out number one. And you could think about a potential ground ball scenario to get yourself out of this inning. 2-2 delivery. Ripped third base side and foul. As Al Britton has to skip out of the way of that one. Another tough at-bat early in this game for these Utah Valley hitters. As Sandoval able to again work the count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, fouls off a tough pitch down the line there. Hambrick gets the sign from Dietrich. Has a pitch to work with here. That one drops in there on the outside corner for a called strike 3. A huge punch out for J.C. Hambrick. That's just what the doctor ordered, as the Lopes are a ground ball away from potentially getting themselves out of this threat. And J.C. Hambrick able to take a little something off that one. Excellent frame job by Dietrich on the back end. And Bob Garcia rings up Sandoval for out number 1. Milliken with the sac fly in the first. He's quickly behind on the count 0-1. As Hambrick once again paints that outside corner like she has throughout the first 2 1/3 innings thus far. A 1 pitch. Goes back to the corner on 0-1. Paints it again, count 0-2. Milliken just trying to put the ball in play here with a runner on third base. Trying to drive in 1 at the very least. 0-2 pitch. Goes to the corner on those first 2 strikes. Tries to paint the corner again, just a little bit outside, trying to get Milliken to chase. She works the count now to 1-2. Getting plenty of speed on the base paths. Ball in the gap could make this a 4-run game. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside, count 2-2. So J.C. Hambrick desperately trying to paint that outside corner here with 2 strikes. We'll see if she tries to go in here after going out on those last 4 pitches.
Yeah, she got those first 2 strikes on those corners just beautifully, and then
Dietrich sets up inside. Again, off speed there. Getting Milliken to foul that one straight back. So the count now remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Emergency hack there for Utah Valley's cleanup hitter.
yeah, this is the best opportunity Utah Valley's had all day, and definitely want to try and capitalize, and the Lopes are definitely going to try and not allow that to happen.
Fouled off again as Utah Valley continues to fight up there at home plate here in Game 2 against Lopes pitchers. Gave Tabitha Dyer a tough time through those first 2 frames, despite only coming away with that 1 run on 2 hits. Not making things any easier here for J.C. Hambrick. Got the big strikeout for out number 1. Gets a big out number 2. Torville steps on the bag for out number 3. An unassisted, inning-ending double play gets the Lopes out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam. Take another look. Jamming Ryan there, right to Torville. Steps on the bag for out number 3. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
Devin Kretz back out on the mound for Utah Valley, trying to end this 3-game losing streak for the Wolverines. She'll deal with the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for the Lopes, trying to get on the board after 2 scoreless frames. Only 2 hits for the Lopes thus far. They're putting up 8 runs in the first 2 innings earlier today. Pearson, Nicoletti, and Dyer. Pearson picked up that 1 hit in Game 1, came around to score in that second inning. Trying to give the Lopes a leadoff base runner here in the third. Waves through that one, count quickly, no balls and 1 strike on the Lopes second baseman. 1 error for the Lopes in this game, an E4 by Jordan Pearson. Luckily, the Lopes able to get out of that bases loaded, nobody out jam as the count quickly moves to no balls and 2 strikes. A big strikeout from J.C. Hambrick to get the first down. Then, of course, the unassisted double play as a line drive right to Savannah Torville at third base. Steps on the bag simultaneously for the third out. Pitch misses low, count 1-2.
Kretz has really been the only thing for Utah Valley that's been an answer for the Lopes. As we mentioned, of course, going through those 4 pitchers in game number 1, trying to figure out something to stop the Lopes. And then it was Adams who was able to get that first scoreless inning against the Lopes, and now Kretz having back-to-back.
Throw across the diamond there from Sandoval. Not going to matter as Pearson will retreat back to home plate. Ball called foul on the left side of the infield. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kretz trying to paint that corner like J.C. Hambrick did so well to get herself out of trouble in that third inning. Pearson continues to battle up there against Kretz to lead off this inning. I mentioned the Lopes only left 2 runners on base in that 11-run win. Already left 2 runners on base for the first 2 innings. As the 2-2 pitch misses outside. Count now runs full at 3-2. Kretz just unable to paint that outside corner in this at-bat against Pearson after getting ahead 1-2. There's the payoff pitch to the Lopes second baseman. She paints the corner there. Pearson will head back to the dugout. She goes down looking, 1 up and 1 down here for Kretz, and that'll bring up Nicoletti for the second time. Second time through this Lopes order for Kretz. We'll see how she fares the second time around as the Lopes left fielder was hitless in her first at-bat. Back in the first inning for a quick out number 1. Slaps that one on 1 hop to short. Al Britton across the diamond, 6-3 put out. Just like that, 2 up and 2 down for Kretz. Nicoletti first pitch swinging there, slaps it in the hole to Al Britton, but again, a great hop for Utah Valley shortstop. He's able to put it away for an easy 6-3 put out. Tabitha Dyer and started the first 2 innings in this game for the Lopes. Trying to help out her team here. Swings through that first pitch on the outer part of the plate, up in the zone. Count 0-1. She struck out swinging after working a 6-pitch at-bat in that first inning against Kretz. Quickly falls behind here 0-2. Painting the corner beautifully there is Utah Valley's right-hander. And 2 punch-outs through the first 2 2/3 innings thus far. Looking for her third right here. She gets the sign from Query. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and that'll do it. 2 more punch-outs for Devin Kretz. A 1-2-3 third inning. Let's go to the fourth. Still a 1-0 advantage for the Wolverines. We'll be right back after these messages.
Is it possible to cook up the barbecue bacon burger at home? Well, that depends. Does your home have fresh chopped onions, pickles, smoked cheddar, Monterey Jack, bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and orange and white stripes with the word Whataburger emblazoned on the front of it? If so, then absolutely.
Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
We move to the top half of the fourth here at GCU Softball Stadium on this Friday afternoon. It was an overcast start in Game 1. Bit of a drizzle as well, but the sun has come out to play here in Game 2. Shadows again covering about half the infield now, as J.C. Hambrick will deal with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in Utah Valley's order, Hardy, Prigge, and Betancourt. Hardy went down looking in her first and only plate appearance. That was against Tabitha Dyer in the first inning. Late on that first pitch offering from number 19, fouls it off. Count quickly 0-1. And 1 run on 2 hits for Utah Valley in the first inning. They've been hitless since, despite loading the bases with no outs in the third. J.C. Hambrick working herself into and out of that jam as she quickly gets ahead 0-2 here on Utah Valley's second baseman. Picked up a big strikeout in the form of Sandoval with the bases loaded. Milliken lining into the unassisted double play by Savannah Torville on the left side of the infield. One-two pitch, cut on and missed. Another strikeout for Hambrick. She's got 2, and there's 1 away. So that'll bring up Prigge now 0-1. Take another look. J.C. Hambrick doing a nice job getting ahead in the count 0-2 and goes right back to that outside corner. Getting Hardy to swing through it. So the freshman right-handed bat is now 0-2. Prigge lining out to short in her last at-bat. Aguilar making a shoestring catch just to the left of the second base bag as the count quickly no balls and 1 strike. So J.C. Hambrick doing exactly what Coach Pearson has asked her to do in relief, coming right after these Utah Valley bats, getting ahead in counts, trying to make up for what was a very dangerous top half of the third inning, trying to make quick work of the middle part of this Utah Valley order. That one lined foul as she comes in on 1-1, count now 1-2.
Yeah, that first out, a huge thing there for Hambrick after, again, having those bases loaded with nobody out and then being ahead with that 1-2 count right now. Lopes just need to get back to the plate and string those hits together once again. As
cut on and missed. J.C. Hambrick again using that off-speed pitch there on the corner, getting Prigge to wave at it way out in front here as you take another look, getting ahead in the count 1-2. Almost had a full swing there before the ball even reached home plate. 2 up, 2 punch-outs for number 19. Betancourt will now dig in. The freshman left-handed bat 0-1. Average now under 150. Pokes that one on the right side. Pearson picks it up. Underhand toss to Bishop. 1-2-3 inning for the Lopes freshman right-hander. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Offense looking to break out. 1-0 lead for Utah Valley here in the heart of PHX.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
We are cruising along here in Game 2. Bottom half of the fourth inning. 1-0 lead intact for the Wolverines. Devin Kretz has been the answer here in Game 2 for those Wolverines. 3 innings of work, only allowing those 2 hits thus far. 3 strikeouts. Retired the Lopes in order in the third. Trying to do the same against this heart of the order. That pitch fouled straight back by Bishop. Count 0-1. Had a base hit with 2 outs and nobody on in the first inning. Would be left stranded over there at first base as Kretz was able to retire Fifield to retire the side. As Bishop quickly falls behind in the count 0-2. Goes over the heart of the plate. Bishop again fouling it back just a little bit late. Comes back in, hitting the corner there. We'll see what she offers here on 0-2. Struck out Pearson and Dyer in that third inning. Emergency hack there by Bishop, able to stay alive, fouling it off on the right side into the seats. And those 4 RBIs in Game 1 adding to her stat total in this one. That pitch misses up. Count now moves to 1-2. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs coming into this at-bat at just 12 ribbies coming into the day. 1-2 pitch. Slice down the right field line. That one's going to fall in fair down the right field line. Chugging into second is Bishop. Throw a little bit up the line. Bishop slides in safely. A leadoff double, and the Lopes are a base hit away from potentially tying this game. Nice piece of hitting there by Lily Bishop after falling behind in the count. Battled off a few tough pitches to move the count to 1-2. Got jammed a little there. Again, out in no man's land on the right side. Dunking in front of Hardy. Just to the left of Utah Valley's second baseman. We'll see a pinch runner on second base. Coach Pearson looking to utilize her speed off the bench as Kristen Fifield will dig in.
We mentioned Bishop getting her 3rd home run in the season in the first half of game number 1. She led the team for about the rest of that inning, and then Teacher came and got her 3rd home run as well.
Pitch misses outside, count 1-0 as the two now lead. Top the leaderboards for the Lopes offense in home runs with 3. Fifield with 2 of her own. Just again, trying to move the runner over to third base at the very least here. 1-0 count. Squares to bunt, pops it up. But with the third baseman Sandoval moving in, unable to make up some lost ground there as it goes foul. Count now 1-1. Bellavia pinch running for Bishop in game 1, coming around to score a run in that 6-run second inning. Out there on second base looking to score the tying run in this 4th inning. Fifield unable to get the bunt down as the count now moves to 1-2. Just looking to hit the ball on the right side of the infield now. And hitless so far today. The 1-2 pitch, sliced foul, count remains 1-2. Hit one sharply on the ground on the left side to the third baseman Sandoval on her last at-bat. Bishop and Aguilar with the 3 hits, combined for the Lopes thus far, and it looks like the Lopes are going to have an opportunity to tie the game. Going to be a close play at home plate. It's up the line. And the Lopes are going to tie the game on the RBI single by Kristen Fifield. She moves to second on the throw home. And it's a brand new ball game, a clean slate for the Lopes. All tied up at 1. So Fifield able to find the hole there on the left side with Albritton again playing deep in the hole at short. And with Carr's throw home not being cut off, that allows Kristen Fifield to move into scoring position. Savannah Torville could give the Lopes the lead with 1 swing of the bat. She squares to bunt, unable to get it down as she fouls it straight back. So Fifield will retreat back to second base. Torville with 2 RBIs already today, both in game 1, looking to add one more here. As the offense finally breaks through against Devin Kretz, who was lights out in the first 3 innings of work. A double by Bishop, a single by Fifield. Now a 1-1 count here to the Lopes third baseman. Flew out to right field in her only plate appearance so far here in game 2. Pitch misses outside, count 2-1. Al Britton continues to play deep in the hole at short here against Torville, trying to eliminate anything being hit in that hole on the left side. There's a 2-1 pitch. Misses up. Torville now in the driver's seat, up in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. As Query will now come out and talk to Kretz. Again, lights out in her first 3 innings of work, only allowing 2 hits, has already allowed 2 hits without recording an out thus far in this 4th inning. In a very precarious situation here, down on the count 3-1 to a very powerful hitter in Savannah Torville. Fifield looking to get a good jump off second. 3-1 pitch, misses in. Another walk handed out by this Utah Valley pitching staff. First here in game 2 by Devin Kretz. And that'll bring up Aguilar Bocage, trying to join the fun. Again, picked up a base hit. Her only at bat thus far was her first hit of the day. Trying to move the runners over here. Pops that one up. A little miscommunication there between Query and Sandoval, but the play is made by Query for the first out. So Angeli is not going to get the job done popping that one up, just getting underneath that bunt attempt, trying to move the runners up to second and third. And that'll bring up Kaylee Holland. And again, we mentioned Kaylee still hitless in her first 9 at-bats now. Would love to contribute in a big way here with the game knotted up at 1 with a runner in scoring position. First pitch from Kretz is ripped into the gap. That one's going to get down. That could score 1. Fifield going to round third. The throw cut off. Not in time. It's an RBI go-ahead single for Kaylee Holland. First hit, first RBI. And the Lopes take their first lead here in game 2. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Holland just got all of that. So we take another look at that here.
Able to find some grass with runners on first and second. It was kind of a late jump for Fifield, but she rounds third, scores with ease as that one was cut off. And the Lopes have themselves a 2-1 lead. At the very least, going into the 5th inning, Kaylee Holland excited at her first hit of this 2021 season, giving her team the lead, looking to clinch a series win over Utah Valley. Again, Kretz looking to get out of further damage now. Kaylee Dietrich will dig in 0-for-1 in this game. Runners are on the corners, as Savannah Torville was able to move up from first to third after that 1-out walk. Kaylee grounded out back to Kretz, back in the 2nd inning. Again, trying to find a hole here as the Lopes continue to threaten. Tries to lay down a bunt. Looks like she missed that one as Holland's going to be able to advance to second base. So the Lopes now with runners on second and third with 1 out, eliminating the potential double play scenario for Kretz. 0-1 pitch. Paints the corner, count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Dietrich only trying to put the ball in play here with 1 out. Would be a huge coup for Kretz to get a punch out here, and she will. 3 pitches, gets the Lopes backstop, and a huge out number 2 for Kretz, looking to get herself out of further damage. So with runners on second and third and 1 out, Dietrich unable to put the ball in play as Coach Pearson. It looks like she'll go back to her bench here, talking things over with Garcia behind home plate. So with Jordan Pearson due up, Caitlin Lavis will pinch hit here for the Lopes second baseman. She does have a pinch hit this year. Would love to drive in a pair here. Only 3 hits in her first 14 ABs. Looking for her first RBIs in a Lopes uniform. Pitch just a bit outside there, count 1-0. Kristen Fifield with an RBI single. Kaylee Holland giving the Lopes the lead with an RBI single on the right side. Brett's doing a nice job painting the corner there against Levis. 1-1. Softly hit, right side. In time for the 4-3 put out, and that'll do it. But not before the Lopes score 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 on. Let's go to the 5th. Lopes make it a brand new ball game. It's a 2-1 GCU lead here at the softball stadium.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Is it possible to cook up the barbecue bacon burger at home? Well, that depends. Does your home have fresh chopped onions, pickles, smoked cheddar, Monterey Jack, bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and orange and white stripes with the word Whataburger emblazoned on the front of it? If so, then absolutely.
Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
JC Hambrick has herself a lead to work with as we enter the top half of inning number 5. And of course, you can get the best gear to show off your Lope pride by going to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything Grand Canyon University. You can use the promo code GameDay20 today only to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Again, that promo code is GameDay20 to get 20% off online. Log on and get your gear today. So with a 1-run lead, J.C. Hambrick is looking to keep this Utah Valley offense at bay. 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Carr, Albritton, and Query. Trying to get their offense right back in this game. Carr 0 for 1 in this game, grounded out sharply to Aguilar in her last at-bat, able to lay off that pitch up in the zone. Count now 1-1. Can you look back at that 3rd inning for Utah Valley? A golden opportunity to break this game wide open. Left the runners stranded, and now they trail in this game by 1 after a 2 spot in that 4th for the Lopes against Kretz. Bunt attempt, third base side. Torville with the rifle to first for the 5-3 put out, and there's 1 away. So Torville reading that one to perfection, firing on to Pearson, covering the bag at first. And that'll bring up Albritton, who was 0 for 1 in her only plate appearance. Remember, she was pinched hit 4 in that first game without ever getting a plate appearance. Now it looks like she'll be pinched hit 4 here in this game in the 5th inning. Utah Valley trying to tie the game with 1 swing of the bat. And they held a 1-0 lead through the first 3.5 innings. That 1 run on 2 hits in the first. They've been hitless since. It's going to be Nielsen, who came on and pinched hit for Albritton in that 2nd inning. Stayed in the game to play short for the remainder 3 innings. First pitch over the heart of the plate for a strike. Count 0-1. So Hambrick now in line for her 5th win with those 2 runs in the 4th. If she can keep this offense at bay. Took a little something off that one. Stays up in the zone. Count now a ball and a strike. Remember, this is the first Western Athletic Conference matchup for both of these teams, not having played in a series since that 2019 season. 2020 matchup being postponed due to the pandemic. Lopes would pick up their 20th lifetime win over the Wolverines with a win here in Game 2. Move to 19-1 with that 11-0 win. Hambrick's done a nice job since coming in relief for Tabitha Dyer, painting those corners. Just a little off the plate there as the count now moves to 2-2. Dietrich sets up outside once more. Off-speed pitch, rolled over, right side, tough play, not going to be made. Plenty of speed from Nielsen, able to beat the throw there from Pearson. And Utah Valley has a runner on first with one out. And softly hit ball, but plenty of speed coming out of the box from Nielsen. Not nearly enough time for Pearson to make that throw over to first base. And that'll bring up Queries. Still looking for her first hit, 0 for 2 here in game 2. Reached on that E4. Back in the third, put runners on second and third with nobody out. First pitch misses up. Dietrich keeping a close eye over there at first base. Nielsen with plenty of speed like we mentioned.
Nielsen does only have 2 stolen bases on the season so far.
That one chopped in the hole. Going to be a tough play. Aguilar gets the lead runner with Pearson covering the bag. Nice play by the middle infield for the second out. So that'll bring up Rebeledo as the go-ahead run for Utah Valley. 1 for 2 in this game. And Aguilar playing that one perfectly in the hole at short, able to get the speedy lead runner in Nielsen just in time for out number 2. Rebeledo with the single in the first came around to score the only run for Utah Valley today. First pitch off speed in the dirt, blocked there by Dietrich, count 1-0. Grounded into a fielder's choice. And her last at-bat reached first base as she was left stranded on first in that third inning. On the outside corner for a strike, count 1-1. The Lopes will look to tack onto this lead if this remains a 2-1 score. Top third of the order, Nicoletti, Dyer, and Bishop against Kretz. Looking to bounce back after giving up the lead in the fourth. Count now moves to 1-2. Hambrick with 3 punch-outs already. Gets the sign from Dietrich. Runner looking to get a good jump off first. It'll be a 1-2 to Rebeledo. On the outside corner. Did she go around? No, she did not. Says Garcia over there at first base. We'll see if Hambrick tries to go back outdoor again. As the 2-2 pitch, Dietrich does set up outside. That one just a tad bit too outside. And the count now runs full at 3-2. Rebeledo trying to pass the baton to Sandoval, waiting on deck. Payoff pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 3. And that'll do it. So after allowing the base hit to Nielsen, Hambrick is able to retire the side. A huge payoff pitch getting Rebeledo to chase therein for out number 3. Bottom half of the fifth. 2-1 lead for the Lopes.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Lopes looking to add a few insurance runs late in this game as we enter the bottom of the fifth, top of the order against Devin Kretz. And 3 shutout innings, only allowed 2 hits through those first 3 innings, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still has 4 punch-outs in this game. We'll look to bounce back here after surrendering the lead. Gianna Nicoletti still looking for her first hit here in Game 2 after picking up an RBI single in that 3rd inning of Game 1. Squares to bunt, pulls back, count quickly 1-0 on the Lopes left fielder. Grounded out in her first 2 plate appearances. Hit a sharp ground ball on the left side of the infield, easy hop for Al Britton over there at short. Is that one? Might find some grass, and it will. The diving car doesn't get it. It rolls to the wall, rounding second, heading for third. That one cut off by Nielsen at short. Sliding in safely with a leadoff triple is Gianna Nicoletti, and the Lopes, just like that, are a base hit from taking a 2-run lead in this inning. So Gianna Nicoletti, again, 1 hit in game 1, picks up her first hit here in game 2 in a big way, slicing that one into the left center field gap. All-out attempt there by Carr, unable to get it. Rolls to the warning track. Gianna Nicoletti utilizing that speed, sliding in safely to third. And that'll bring up Tabitha Dyer, looking to drive in her 5th run of the season. Slaps that one the other way. Foul ball right in the line of Gianna Nicoletti as she'll retreat back to third. Count quickly 0-1 on Dyer. Has struck out in her first 2 plate appearances. Struck out swinging in the first, struck out looking. That was in the third. Slaps that one again on the left side and foul. She falls behind quickly now. No balls and 2 strikes. So again, the right part of the order here for the Lopes. Dyer looking to drive in the runner herself. She does have Lily Bishop on deck, already 2 for 2 in this game. 4 hits on the day. 0-2 pitch, cut on and missed. Dyer goes down for the 3rd time. She's got the hat trick. 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs, and that'll bring up Bishop now. Looking to drive in her 5th run of the day. Already 2 hits in this game. Single on the right side in the first. A double to lead off the 4th. Came around to score the tying run on the RBI single from Kristen Fifield. Chops that one on the right side foul. Count 0-1. So at very least here, Lily Bishop trying to get one in the air to allow Nicoletti to score. 0-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. Nice pitch there by Kretz. Able to get the Lopes first baseman to chase outside the zone. Up and away. Now she'll look to protect here. No balls and 2 strikes. Has to put the ball in play here. Less than 2 outs to drive in the run. And she does just that. Nicoletti will come home. A late throw from Prigge at first base. That'll allow Nicoletti to score and Bishop to reach. It's an RBI for the Lopes first baseman, her 5th of the day, and the Lopes have a huge insurance run. It's 3-1. So it looked like Prigge was going to get the shore out at first and just step on the bag. Hesitated a little, saw that Nicoletti was coming home. Goes with the throw at home plate. The throw, again, just a little too high for Query. Didn't have enough time to get down to apply the tag to Nicoletti, who gets in ahead, giving the Lopes their 3rd run of the day. And now Bishop will once again be pulled for a pinch runner here. 1 out, runner on first base. Kristen Fifield with the RBI single, tying this game in the 4th. Olsen will pinch run here for Lily Bishop.
Yeah, I saw Olsen come back in for Bishop in game number 1 and then stayed in at first base and looks to come around once again here for the Lopes.
Fouled straight back by the Lopes center fielder. And trying to get into a good rhythm at the plate again. Got off to a red-hot start. Does have those 2 home runs. And with her RBI today, now has 17 ribbies in the 2021 season. Just gets underneath that pitch. A healthy hack. Down in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. So things falling apart for Kretz late in this game. After being lights out against this Lopes order the first 2 times around in the order. 0-2 pitch. Chopped. Left side could be 2. There's 1. And a slight hesitation there from Nielsen, waiting for Hardy to cover the bag. They do get the force out at second. And there's 2 away. So that'll bring up Savannah Torville now with a runner on first and 2 outs. Fifield with plenty of speed over there on the first base bag, trying to make things happen with 2 outs. Savannah still looking for her first hit here in game 2. Takes that pitch on the corner, count 0-1. Reached on a walk back in the 4th. Was left stranded at third base after the Lopes scored 2 runs on those 3 hits. Going off the end of the bat, foul, count quickly 0-2. So again, despite giving up the run on one hit thus far, Kretz doing an excellent job coming right after the middle part of this Lopes order. Coming at him, throwing a steady diet of strikes here. As Savannah Torville will look to protect the plate down on the count 0-2. Pitch misses outside, throw down to second, and plenty of time to get Fifield for the final out. So Query gets Fifield caught stealing for the final out, heading into second base. Torville will get another chance in the sixth. 1 run, 1 hit. Lopes lead it 3-1. Let's go to the sixth.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Lopes tack on an insurance run as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. Of course, we'll be back here tomorrow, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time between the Lopes and Utah Valley, as Sandoval will look to start things here in this inning against Hambrick. Women's soccer takes on California Baptist Thursday, April 1st, 7 p.m. here on GCU TV. And men's volleyball back home taking on the UCLA Bruins Friday the 2nd, 5 p.m. Again, right here on GCU TV. Nice start for Utah Valley here in this sixth inning as they'll bring the tying run to the plate. Sandoval now 2 for 3 in this game. She struck out in her last step out with the bases loaded, nobody out, making up for it right there, giving her team an opportunity to creep back closer in this game. The Lopes have 6 outs to work with, trying to clinch a series win. Made it look very easy in game 1, 11 runs on 7 hits through the first 3 frames. A little bit harder today against Kretz, able to scratch across 3 runs in each of the last 2 innings to make this a 3-1 game.
Yeah, Kretz definitely seemed to be the answer that Utah Valley was looking for against the Lopes and kept them scoreless through 3. Lopes able to get those 3 runs across in the bottom of the 4th with 2, and then the bottom of the 5th, 1 run coming across.
Looks like a pinch runner's on for Sandoval here. As, again, Utah Valley and Coach May Johnson looking to utilize some speed on the base paths. Hilton, who pinch ran for Sandoval in game 1, back out there to pinch run here in this 6th inning. Milliken, the only RBI in this series thus far for Utah Valley, a sac fly in the first. That pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Hambrick continuing to target those corners here on these right-handed hitters. Utah Valley just hitting .211 thus far against Lopes pitching here in game 2. Slapped foul on the right side, count now 1-1. Just 2 hits in the last 3 innings for this Utah Valley offense. Gave themselves an opportunity to put a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the first. Had runners on the corners, the sac fly by Milliken, resulting in an early 1-0 lead that they kept until the 4th inning. Count now moves to 2-1. Hambrick falling behind here against Utah Valley's cleanup hitter with a runner on and nobody out. Two-one pitch. That one gets away from 19 as it misses up and away. Count now moves to 3-1 on Milliken, the junior right-handed bat. 4 home runs on the season, hitting well over 300, trying to do damage here. 3-1 pitch, blooped in the air, shallow center field, going to dunk in for a base hit. Runners will move up, as Hilton had to see if that one was going to fall. It did. Able to make up for the ground, sliding in safely to second. Runners on first and second, nobody out, and that'll bring up Hardy. Looking for the biggest hit in this series for Utah Valley thus far. So they had the bases loaded and nobody out in that third inning. Couldn't come across with a run. Lopes making it look easy in each of the last 2 innings with Hambrick on the mound. Has to get herself out of another jam here against the hardest part of this order. Again, Hardy 0 for 2 in this game. Has struck out in both at bats. Trying to lay down a bunt to move the runners over. Fouls it off, and the count 0-1. Squares to bunt again, unable to get it down. So she'll have to swing the bat now. She does not get the job done moving the runners up. And the count now quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Just again looking to put the ball on the ground here. Prigge waiting on deck, also 0 for 2 in this game. Hambrick tries to paint the corner there, misses. Count now 1-2 on Hardy. "14 RBIs on the season, looking for at least her 15th right here with a runner on second. 1-2 pitch, misses off the glove of Dietrich, and that'll do the job for Utah Valley. The count now moves to 2-2. Dietrich just unable to get a mid on that one. And a single could tie this game up at 3. "2-2. Off-speed block there by Dietrich. Kaylee's been almost automatic over there behind the dish for the Lopes this season. Unable to squeeze that one in, allowing the runners to move up an extra 45 feet. 3-2 pitch. Drilled in the air, fairly deep center field. Going back is Fifield. She'll make the play just in front of the warning track. That will score a run. It's a sac fly for Hardy. She now has 15 RBIs. And it's a 1-run game here in Phoenix. 1 out runner on second base. Again, a hard hit ball there by Hardy. Doing the job, getting the ball in the air there with nobody out and runners in scoring position. Easy tag up for Hilton there at third base. As runner on second, Milliken does not advance to third, but nonetheless a runner still in scoring position with Prigge due up, looking to put the ball in play. Struck out in her last at-bat after lining out to short in the second. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1. Despite having 4 home runs on the season, Prigge's average dipping below the 200 line. That one's cut on and missed, count 0-2. Came into the day hitting .222, has been hitless thus far. Hambrick with 4 strikeouts already, would love a 5th one right here with a runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs. And she's going to get it. And she gets Prigge swinging, 3 pitches and a punch out. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, that's what the Lopes needed there. That 1 run did come across for Utah Valley, but now having those 2 outs, a big strikeout there for Hambrick, trying to get her team back up to the plate with still having a lead.
4 outs away from a win, far from over. That pitch on the outside corner to the lefty Bettencourt, count 0-1. The right fielder for Utah Valley lined out in the second, grounded out softly to Pearson to end things in the 4th. Hambrick doing a solid job in relief of Tabitha Dyer in this one, giving up her first earned run here in the 6th inning. That one fouled straight back, and she gets ahead of the freshman left-handed bat, count 0-2. Hitting under 140 after going 0 for 2 here in Game 2. The runner on second base. Bettencourt looking to drive in just her 3rd run of this 2021 season in limited plate appearances. 0-2 pitch on the outside corner, just misses as J.C. Hambrick does not get the benefit of the doubt from Perry Owens behind home plate. So Betancourt gets another chance here on 1-2. Runner on second is Milliken, looking to get a good jump. 1-2. Off speed. Right there is Torville. She hauls it in for the third out on the left side of the infield, and that'll do it. But not before Utah Valley chips away 1 run on 2 hits. Final out made by the Lopes third baseman. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. The Lopes looking to get another insurance run. It's 3-2.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand-battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts. That doesn't mean you can. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Big bottom half of the 6th inning for Devin Kretz, trying to keep this a 1-run game. Middle part of this Lopes order, 5, 6, and 7, as Torville takes a strike on the inside corner, count 0-1. A huge run given back by J.C. Hambrick in the top half of this inning, making this a 3-2 game. Utah Valley's offense finally chipping away against Hambrick after being shut out in her first 3 innings of work. Already picking up a sacrifice fly, driving in the runner from third. That one off the end of the bat. Easy put out, unassisted on the first base side, retiring Torville as Priggy steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Angeli Aguilar-Bocage trying to start a rally here for the Lopes. 3 runs on 6 hits. They've left 4 runners on base. 2 runs on 5 hits thus far for Utah Valley. They've left 5 on base, 3 in scoring position. As that one hits Aguilar, she'll head to first. And the Lopes have a 1-out base runner. And that'll bring up Kaylee Holland, who finally cashed in for her first hit of the 2021 season in her last at-bat. Driving in a run, making this a 2-1 Lopes lead at the time in that 4th inning. Remember, it was both her and Kristen Fifield getting the Lopes on the board against Kretz. As Kretz paints the outside corner, low and away there. Count 0-1 on the Lopes designated hitter. Now hitting .273 as a unit is this Lopes offense against Utah Valley's ace. A 1 pitch, blooped, right side. Right there is Hardy as she puts it away for out number 2. Kretz is now 1 out away from giving her offense a chance to hit, only down by 1 run in the top half of the 7th. And if you're looking ahead to that 7th inning, 8, 9, and 1 due up for Utah Valley. Madison Carr, Emery Nielsen, and Beja Query due up as that first pitch to Dietrich is fouled straight back and out of play. Mentioned the 2-run home run for Kaylee in Game 1 in her first at-bat. Had 2 hits. Still looking for her first hit in Game 2. Grounded out softly right back to Kretz in the 2nd. Struck out swinging back in inning number 4. Runner on first looking to get a good jump. That one fouled straight back. Had Dietrich leaning there as the count now quickly. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Lopes definitely trying out on at least one more run to add a little bit of cushion to their now 1-run lead as the Wolverines got one back in the top part of this inning. But Lopes trying to stay alive here and get things going a little bit further and keeping it going.
Dietrich just trying to keep it going for Jordan Pearson, who'd be on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Fought off again by Dietrich, fouling it on the right side and out of play. It should be interesting to see if Coach Pearson goes back to J.C. Hambrick for that 7th inning. She's been so good through 4 thus far. Again, 3 shutout innings in relief of Tabitha Dyer. Gave up that 1 run in the 6th. making it a 3-2 score. She's 3 outs away from picking up a win and giving her team a series clinch. Dietrich continues to battle up there against Devin Kretz. And Kretz just with 1 walk through 5 2/3 thus far against the Lopes. Would be the hard luck loser in this one if the score stays the way it is. 6 hits, all 3 runs have been earned thus far. 1 walk, those 5 strikeouts against these Lopes hitters. Dietrich continues to spoil pitches here. Looking for Devin Kretz to throw her a mistake over the heart of the plate. Aguilar Bocage looking to get a good jump off of first again. 1-2 pitch on the corner, misses outside. And the count now moves to 2-2. Two-two delivery from Kretz. Check swing there from number 5, able to foul it off as this at-bat continues between Dietrich and Kretz. A valiant effort here for Kaylee Dietrich trying to keep this inning alive. The Lopes would love to tack on at least 1 more here for Hambrick going into the 7th. Dietrich hooking that one down the line, foul. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pulls the string there, just foul down the line past the glove of a diving Sia Sandoval. And we'll do it again at 2-2. So Kretz trying to fool Dietrich there with the off speed. She was right on it, just hooking it on the left side of the line. Again, another 2-2 pitch here. And another spoil by Dietrich. Wasn't that bad for number 5?
Yeah, absolutely. Dietrich doing a great job trying to stay alive and trying to get Bocage standing on first, at least into scoring position.
It'll be another 2-2 from Kretz to Dietrich. That one drilled in the air, fairly deep left field. Going back is Reboledo. She makes the play in front of the warning track and foul ground for the final out. And that battle between Kretz and Dietrich is finally over, won by Kretz. We'll go to the 7th. The Lopes 3 outs away from clinching a series win here in WAC play. We'll be right back here on GCU TV.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
J.C. Hambrick trying to finish the job here in the 7th. It's been a back-and-forth affair here in Game 2 after the Lopes again dominating Game 1 with that 11-0 win. An early lead for Utah Valley. Going up 1-0 in the first. They held that lead until the 4th. As you take a look, Lopes up 3-2, 6 hits to Utah Valley's 5. The batting average almost even. The Lopes hitting 250, 227 for the Wolverines. Lopes finally breaking through in that 4th inning with 2 runs to take the lead. They tack on 1 more in the 5th to go up by 2. Utah Valley chipped away for 1 to make this a 1-run game again. Entering this 7th inning. Hogan pinch hitting here in this 7th inning. Hogan, Nielsen, and Query against Hambrick. First pitch, chop, 2-hop to Pearson. Throws on to first. 4-3 put out, 1 up and 1 down here for J.C. Hambrick. Nielsen singled in her first and only plate appearance. Grounded one softly on the right side, utilizing her speed to beat out the throw from Pearson at second base. She'd be left stranded at second in that 5th inning. Hambrick looking for another quick out here Remember, we'll be back here tomorrow, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, for the finale of this 3-game set between the Lopes and the Wolverines. Hamburg coming right after Utah Valley shortstop. Al Britton getting 2 at-bats on the day before being pinch hit for back in the 5th. The Lopes will look for the series win here with a win just 2 outs away for tomorrow's 1 p.m. matchup, and then they'll hit the road to take on New Mexico State starting next Friday. That one spoiled foul. Count now moves to 1-2. Hamburg already has 5 strikeouts in this one. Again, she'll pick up the win after coming on in relief in the 3rd. 2 innings of 1-run ball for Tabitha Dyer making the start. 3 shutout innings for Hamburg after getting out of that bases loaded no-out jam in the 3rd before giving up that 1 run in the 6th. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside and low. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Nielsen, just trying to get on for the top of the order, looming on deck in the form of Query, who's already 0 for 3 in this game, 0 for 2 thus far against number 19. Gets the sign from Dietrich, kicks, winds, and delivers the 2-2, slap to 3rd, and just slices foul at the last moment, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Each team has left 5 runners on base to this point. Again, if Utah Valley falls short in this one, they're going to think back to that 3rd inning, leaving all ducks on the pond with no outs to work with. Heart of the order due up, unable to get the big hit. Again, chopped on the right side. Pearson a little bit more quick with it on this go-around with Nielsen as she gets her by about a half a step. 2 outs, nobody on, and Utah Valley are down to their final out. Deja Query, 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 3rd. First pitch, misses low, count 1-0. Again, plenty of speed in the form of Query if she can get on here as the tying run. Give Reboledo a chance with a base hit already in this game. 1-0 pitch. Took a little something off that one, misses low in the zone. Now count 2 balls and no strikes. Query does have 4 home runs on the season, plenty of power to tie this game with 1 swing. Hamburg looking to be careful here as she delivers the 2-0. That one fouled straight back, challenging Query there with that pitch over the heart of the plate. Swings right underneath it, fouling it straight back. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. That one ripped into left. Nicoletti covers the ground, makes the play, sign, seal, delivered. The Lopes pick up the doubleheader sweep on this Friday afternoon. An easy 11-0 win in Game 1, a hard-fought win here in Game 2, down 1-0 through the first 3.5 frames, taking the lead with 2 runs on 3 hits in the 4th. Kristen Fifield tying the score with an RBI single. Of course, taking the lead on the RBI base hit for Kaylee Holland. They tack on 1 more in the 5th, win this one 3-2. J.C. Hambrick, though, the story of this one, coming on in relief for Tabitha Dyer and really mowing down this Utah Valley offense.
Definitely, and that's why she is our Copper State Credit Union player of the game. She's pitched 5 innings, had those 5 strikeouts. Just overall a great performance from the Lopes. We see that final line, the Lopes having those 6 hits to Utah Valley's 5. Definitely a completely different story from Game 1, Jack, as we mentioned throughout the broadcast. Lopes not getting on until the bottom of the 4th, but able to hold out there, only scoring in the 4th and the 5th. So overall, a great day for the Lopes. Again, that final score, 3-2. And as you mentioned, Lopes will be back here tomorrow afternoon for the final game of this series.
Lopes with 3 runs on 6 hits, that 1 error. They left 5 runners on base, 2 runs on 5 hits for Utah Valley. No errors. They also left 5 on that crucial 3rd inning, leaving the bases loaded with nobody out. The difference in this game for J.C. Hambrick and the Lopes. And like you mentioned, Cheyenne, we'll be back here tomorrow, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the finale of this 3-game set between the Lopes and the Wolverines. From everybody here at GCU TV, alongside Cheyenne Rose, I'm Jack O'Hara saying so long from GCU Softball Stadium on this Friday afternoon. Go Lopes.